Hey folks, welcome to week 6 of training. I'm starting to pick up the pace a little bit, get a little faster, and with that, I think I need to stay a little cooler. All right.
Hey everyone, welcome to DevRunner. My name is Paul. I'm an endurance runner and an RRCA certified running coach, and this is episode number 6 of my Marathon PR 2023. In this series, I'm documenting everything that goes into my training as I prepare for a 2-hour, 52-minute, and 23-second or faster marathon attempt, which will take place at the Tobacco Road Marathon in Cary, North Carolina on March 19th of 2023. Yes, you heard right. I've abandoned the Myrtle Beach Marathon because I feel like I need the extra 2 weeks to get my training to a place where I've got a realistic chance at this PR. So with that said, I hope you'll follow along. This time around, I'll be talking about my training from January 16th through the 22nd. I'll be passing along plenty of tips, tricks, and advice to help you become a healthier, happier, faster, and stronger runner yourself. So stick with me. Here we go.
Hey folks, Monday, January 16th. The first of 2 easy runs are done on the treadmill. I just finished 6 miles. It took me 52 minutes and 33 seconds. I started off at 6 miles an hour and finished off at 7 miles an hour. Yeah, I can't believe how much cooler I feel after having buzzed the hair off. I'm about to take a very short break to drink some water, get some sugar in me, and then it's going to be 6 more miles. You know me, it seems like Mondays, my doubles are always pretty much back to back. But at least I'm getting them done. If I've got any energy left, I may try to pull off a quick strength session upstairs after the fact, sneak it in before dinner. If not, then it will happen tomorrow after my 2 sessions on the roads. All right, folks, run number 2 is done. 6 miles, 52 minutes and 29 seconds. Faster than the first one. Oh, man. Anyway, glad it's over. It was a slog, despite watching amazing YouTube videos from all of my running friends out there. Just having to run 12 miles pretty much straight through with like a 10-minute break in there. In between the runs, Calvin and I did share half of a peanut butter and honey sandwich, and I drank some grapefruit juice just to keep the carb and glycogen levels high in my bloodstream. So runs are done. Hey folks, it's 6 a.m. on Tuesday, January 17th, 2023. I just woke up. I'm about to do my core routine, and then I'm on the treadmill for a 10-mile progression run. Try not to wear myself out too much because tomorrow is true speed work. But unfortunately, it has to happen on the treadmill today because it's pouring outside. And then after a long day at the office, I'm going to come home and do 6 miles of recovery running. Hey folks, it's Tuesday morning, January 17th, 2023. I just finished 10 miles on the treadmill. It took me 1 hour, 17 minutes, and 18 seconds. I started out at 10 miles an hour. By 1.25 miles, I was traveling at 7 miles an hour, and then I just kept ramping. By mile 5, I had been cruising at 8 miles an hour, and then I just ramped it up over the last 5 miles till I was traveling at 8.5 at the end. So, you know, just kind of a mild progression run, nothing too taxing. Hey folks, just driving and talking. I realized that in my rush this morning, after my meetings were done, to get out the door to head to my office in the city, I made time. I rearranged a couple of those meetings this morning so that I could get in my second run before I even left. So good news there. I ended up running 6 miles on the treadmill, and it took me 52 minutes and 33 seconds. So all my running for the day is done, and I'm happy to say that all I have to do, hopefully before dinner, in order to make it realistically happen, I will be lifting weights today too. Hey folks, it's Wednesday, January 18th, and I've got 10 miles today of aerobic running with speed thrown into the middle. It's specifically supposed to be 6 by 1,200 meters at 5K pace. This is my first real speed session of the entire marathon training cycle, so I am not expecting my legs to be capable of my true 5K pace. However, just to sort of push me in that direction, I've decided that I was coming to the track to do the session. There will be a 2-mile warm-up, then I will start it. My plan here is to go 3 laps, which is 1,200 meters for each of these on-time repetitions, and have active recovery of a half mile in between each of them. I'm going to try to keep those active recoveries in my aerobic zone, not in the easy zone. So I expect to thoroughly wear myself out and probably get slower, probably somewhere around the halfway mark. But this kind of thing really builds muscle fast, so I'm really looking forward to it. All right, folks. Walking into the track. I haven't been here since October of 2022, when I was closing out my half marathon training cycle for the Mayberry half marathon, where I ran a 1:20:10, I think, which set a new road half marathon PR for me, but missed my track PR for the half marathon distance by 33 seconds. Looks like the track is fairly dry. I see some significant puddles that are a part of lane 1, but hopefully we can get around that. Don't know if there are any teams using the infield or the track. That may show up in a couple of hours or less. I don't know. I'm sure many of you who are longtime subscribers recall some of my past training cycles that involved this track, and me getting the boot from various teams when they showed up because I was running too long into the afternoon. So we'll hopefully avoid that today. All right, folks, I'm about 1.5 miles into the 2-mile warm-up before I get into the real speed, and trying to keep my paces below 8 minutes a mile for now. I'll probably pick it up in this last half mile here, and then it's going to be, as I said, 6 by 1,200 meter repetitions with half a mile of active recovery in between each one. I should hit 10 miles by the time all is said and done, and there's no way I'm carrying this camera with me while I attempt to move that fast. So
you are just gonna have to either go look at Strava for the super duper details, or I'm sure I'll run the times for the repetitions on the screen somewhere before all is said and done. Thanks for sticking with me.
Hey folks, I managed to get all 6 of my 1,200 reps in, and half mile, I kept it to half mile active recovery between them. I did finish my final mile. I cut a quarter mile last lap because in fact, a couple of teams have showed up. I don't even know what they are, but they were crowding around the edges of the track by the time I got to my last mile. So I barely fit this in. I'll make up that quarter mile tomorrow at some point. Hey everyone, it's Thursday, January 19th, 2023. I just finished 15 miles. Quite an adventure. I'm happy to say that it felt good the whole way, despite the speed work yesterday at the track. And yeah, no spectacular times, but I kept it safely within the slow end of my aerobic zone, so good news there. Whew. It took me 2 hours, 1 minute and 27 seconds, I believe, to get this done, averaging 8:06 per mile. And the good news is that despite the fact that it was raining when I started, I kept it in the low 8-minute per mile range for the first 5 miles. Then in the middle, I picked it up as the rain stopped and the wind picked up. I was fighting the wind the whole time. I still managed to run in a high 7-minute per mile range, and then that slowed down because in the last third I was fighting not just the wind but the clouds kind of parted and there was actual heat. It's 65 degrees out here. It's humid. I think unfortunately winter is over. I think we're back to the heat garbage here in North Carolina. We're getting a lot more hot days than cool days now, so I better learn to deal with it. Yay. Hey folks, 6 miles of recovery running done on the treadmill now. It's 5:30 at night. I am 30 minutes away from joining Ryan Bradley on his Runner's Corner YouTube website. I am his running coach, so we're going to be talking about his training. He's been making incredible strides lately, and it's my pleasure to be able to review that with you and him and everybody else who's watching. So if you want to learn about how to get faster for a half marathon, I recommend that you check it out. By the time you see this, it will obviously be in his video backlog, but definitely worth hunting for. All right, folks, this took me 53 minutes and 50 seconds to complete this run, and it was a slog. I was moving faster than I should have just to try to get it done. I got to go get a quick shower, and then I'm off to live stream land. Hey folks, it's Friday, January 20th, 2023. I'm just about to head out for my first run of the day. It is going to be 10 miles of aerobic running, and because I have such a big, demanding long run on Sunday, I've decided I'm not going to try to push my speed into the high end of my aerobic zone today, but I still want to get as much bang for my buck as I can, so the plan here is to go run hills. So I'm hoping to get 600 or 700 feet of vertical in this 10-mile distance here. So yeah, I'm headed off to the NASCAR Business Park, which is a mere mile from the house. So lots and lots of hills to look forward to. Hey lady, you got the love I need, and maybe more than enough. Oh darling, 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 run a mile with me. You got so much. Whew. Anybody get that reference? Or did I do that amazing rendition of Over the Hills and Far Away for nothing? Hey everyone, it is 6:30 p.m. on Friday, January 20th, 2023. I finally got the second run done, 6 miles on the treadmill. It took me 53 minutes and 12 seconds to get the job done. And yeah, just plain beat today. After the 10 miles, of hill work earlier this afternoon. I came home, did a whey protein smoothie, and ate a protein bar. Took in 700 calories there, then went upstairs, lifted weights, and then came down here and got this run done. So I am beat. I personally cannot stand doing all of this with a late start in the day. You know, by the time I get out of the shower, it's going to be 7 o'clock by the time I'm thinking about dinner. Just not cool, not cool. But hey, at least everything is done. Hey folks, it's Saturday, January 21st, 2023. And I am not talking to you at the moment about the upcoming 10-mile run with strides. Before we get there, I've decided to take Calvin for a walk. There's my mom, she's coming along for the ride. And we are going to go 3 miles on the Hawk Loop here at Lake Norman State Park. Because frankly speaking, Calvin's got to walk some of the crazies out. Got the GoPro today, so we'll have some decent usable footage of the chocolate baby wolf leading us through the woods. He's still got plenty of juice, he's still pulling, but I'm thinking somewhere around a mile from now he'll start settling in. Go Calvin, go Calvin. We have to get done before the sun goes down, big boy. How you doing, Ma?
Yay.
Calvin continues to lead the way. Plenty of vigor, but at least he's not pulling really hard anymore. All right, folks, I think we're approaching the first mile marker, so I'll check in with you after a little while. The baby puppy chocolate wolf continues the journey. How you doing, Ma? Huh?
Slowing a little bit because of joints, but okay, I'm doing good. I have no problem breathing, or my legs are fine. So, yeah.
How you doing, big boy? Still having fun, huh? Descending, descending, descending. Come on. Whoa. IT band issues for my mom. Nothing a Tylenol and some rest can't save. Another treacherous voyage into the wild survived. Calvin's thirsty. Come here, big boy. Hey folks, it's 5 p.m. now on Saturday, January 21st, 2023. As you saw, everybody survived the hike through the woods, and then I came home, and I was scheduled for 10 miles with 8 strides, and I only ended up running 7 with 8 strides because the walk through the woods took 2 hours to get through. Hats off to my mom for getting it done. But yeah, that amount of time on my feet in the woods, you know, it takes its toll, even if you're not moving fast. So I figured I'd cut 3 miles off of the run just to make sure that I'm fresh for tomorrow, because as you all know, tomorrow is going to be a heck of a experience. But yeah, so a little controversy here, folks. Is this going to be would you count this as a 103-mile week, or would you count it as a 100-mile week because I walked those 3 miles through the woods and I didn't run them? I, of course, will always err on the side of caution, and I'm going to call this a 100-mile week, just to avoid all the nasty comments down below. Hey folks, it's Sunday, January 22nd, 2023. I woke up just a little while ago, it's early morning, and checked the forecast, and unfortunately it is going to be raining and freezing all day outside. So the 18 miles with 10 miles at marathon pace is going to be on the treadmill. I was thinking about doing it as a live stream, but this is going to be such a challenge, and I'm probably not going to be in the best mood for it, so I figured I'd just talk about it after the fact and not subject you all to my suffering. So, the only reason that I'm taping beforehand is just to let everybody know why I'm on the treadmill, and also to talk a little bit about this little drink. I usually take whey protein shakes after a long, hard workout, whether that be, tempo miles or a long run or, a track workout. But this time I'm doing it as my pre-long run meal. This is a big scoop of whey protein. I've got some spirulina in there, a banana, and almond milk, and some water, and that's it. I'm hoping the banana will give me my quick glycogen load to top things up again before the run in a couple of hours. And I thought I'd put the whey protein in there because I've heard some talk that the protein will slow the absorption and also extend the ability of your body to use the glycogen stores in your muscles and liver if you protein load beforehand. I still haven't read the literature. I'm supposed to have that sent to me, and I will let you know how it works for me at any rate. Hey everyone, it's Sunday, January 22nd, 2023. The 18-mile long run is done. I'm happy to report that I got it done in 2 hours, 4 minutes and 16 seconds, and 10 miles at marathon pace was achieved. The way it broke down was 4 miles of ramp up. I started out at 7 miles per hour and ramped up over 4 miles till I was running at 8 miles an hour, and then just jumped it all the way up to 9.2 miles per hour, which is right at about 6:31 pace, somewhere like that. Spent 5 miles there, and then bumped it up to 9.3 miles per hour and did 5 miles straight there. Those 2 5-mile stints back to back, because in order for me to achieve my goal at the marathon, I need to average 629 miles, and which sits right at about 9.25 miles per hour. So I started out with the 9.2, then bumped it to 9.3 because that's as fine-grained as I can get with my treadmill. So, folks, you have no idea how pleased I am. I was really having my doubts that I could get anywhere near what I needed to. This is the first big indication that it is realistic for me to go after my goal on race day. Huge, huge confidence boost. I've been knocking out the miles and just starting to get a little bit dejected because even though I'm doing some, nice mileage every week, I haven't seen any sign of speed or the ability to hold that kind of speed. So finally, it seems like I'm back, baby. If I can get the weight continuing to come off and everything else that needs to happen, then it looks like there's a reason to push on and to keep on pushing harder. All right, folks, so as you can see from the week in review right there beside me, it was either a 100-mile week or a 103-mile week. I leave that decision to you. Please leave that in the comments below. Let me know your thoughts. As far as my running performance went, I think it was a very strong week, probably the strongest one of the training blocks so far. I think the track day shows that there is room for improvement with my VO2 max type of high speed workouts, but it was a great first step. I think the other standout training day of the week was, of course, Sunday with 18 miles on the treadmill with 10 at marathon pace. And I really felt strong when it was done, despite the fact that there were so many miles in the past 6 weeks. The other good news, of course, is that I got in 2 strength workouts this week, so that can only help me as the weeks continue to go by to be more consistent and faster. Got in all 7 of my core routines as well, and I even managed to lose half a pound. I'm coming in at 144.5 pounds at this point, so everything seems to be moving in the right direction. I've got no complaints about my training over the past 7 days. Folks, if you are looking for help with core work, with strength work, with anything along those lines, or if you're looking for a customized training plan or help with your training, I, of course, am an RRCA certified running coach, and I'd be happy to talk to you about what your training needs are. Just head on over to DevRunnerCoaching.com and check out everything that I have to offer. You can check my rates and everything else you might want to know. So with that said, folks, I just want to leave you with these final thoughts. Of course, get healthy, stay strong, and keep pushing. I'll catch you next week. Peace out. Have a good one.